Coast TV, streaming on demand at thecoast.net.nz.
Timeless music, it's Coast, our Saturday morning special, live on the stage of the fabulous Civic Theatre in Auckland. Rachel, it's a long way up to the stars when you float off up there, isn't it?
It is. This is the longest flight that any Mary has had in any production all over the world. So it's a pretty cool thing to do.
Can you remember your very first show where you played Mary Poppins? Where was it?
I was in Columbus, Ohio. I was on as the understudy, and it was a scheduled performance. I knew I was going to have 4 performances in a row as the understudy. And I got off stage, and it was just kind of like, what just happened? There's so many little tiny meticulous things that you're trying not to think about, but trying also to think about. It was just one of the greatest thrills of my life, and I think I slept pretty soundly that night.
So what about you, Matt? Your very first performance, where was it? Can you remember?
My very first performance as Bert was back in 2010 in Melbourne, in Australia, where this Australian production premiered. And obviously we do a series of preview performances before we hit opening night, and we had 2 weeks of preview performances. So the very first, we had an invited dress rehearsal that our friends and family could come to, and I remember my mum flew down from Sydney to see the show, and I just was a nervous wreck. From the minute I popped out that chimney, I don't think my legs stopped trembling. But like Rachel, it is a blur. The first time you do it with an audience, it happens so quickly, and you come off and you're like, what just happened? But then, I've been lucky enough, obviously, to play it for 2.5 years now. So, but that was the very first time back in Melbourne.
And you don't tire of playing it?
Oh no, he's such a fun character to play. I don't think anyone could ever get tired of being Bert. He's cheeky. He gets to tap dance upside down. He gets to go on all these wonderful magical journeys with Mary and the kids. It's a dream job, and I've been very lucky to be able to do it for this long. It's
fantastic. We're at Cherry Tree Lane, obviously having a cup of tea at the moment. Some scones. Should I eat this? Is it okay? Can you pass the things around?
You would be very brave.
Thanks.
You did.
We'll find out more as we take you behind the scenes a little later on Coast.
Coast TV, streaming on demand at thecoast.net.nz.